Now let's see. Which one we get that?
Wow, these guys decided to come in here.
Yes.
Watch out!
What would be funny though is if I actually lost this fight. It's impossible now. It's 5 against 1. But if I lost this fight right after beating that red, that would be hilarious.
By the ancestors. Good on you, Warden. You caught them in the act. I guess desperate times drive people to strange things.
Indeed.
I'm off.
And there's nothing in here. Oh, now I remember this thing. Spots for you to step on. Pressure plates to be activated. And if you have all your characters kind of step on them and hold them down, essentially, it's a puzzle. Plain and simple. Puzzle that unlocks something. I just need to find where the other pressure plates are before I can do anything. I believe that's how you're supposed to do it. And there's a dragon.
Oh, you a funny one, you are.
Where do I go? I'm off.
Ageless weakens nearby darkspawn, risk kills, more damage, hostility, intimidation. Huh. We just fought a dragon. I feel like y'all need to up your security. There shouldn't be dragons popping up out of nowhere.
All be aware that the Grey Wardens have aligned with Lord Balin. Be not afraid to follow suit.
Going.
Inside Dukin, Shield of Orzammar. The Assembly has never named a Paragon with so little disagreement as there was for Paragon at Dukin. No naysayers, only a single abstention. His worthiness was unquestionable, his favor with the ancestors clear, but family rumor says that the man himself is deeply troubled, prone to fits of melancholy and self-doubt, never satisfied with his great achievement in protecting Orzammar. He died cursing that he had not managed to save the outlying tigers. Before he rose to Paragon, he was of little note. The memories tell us that he never entered a single proving, never sought to elevate his place among the warrior caste. He spent most of his years prior to the First Flight fighting skirmishes in the deep roads, keeping them free from wild surface bandits, content to live quietly with his wife and daughters. When the Blight began, it caught Orzammar in the midst of a vicious inter-house war. Most of the warrior caste was caught up in the feuding, but before his word of attacks poured in, each great house demanded that the army be sent to defend their tide, and no house would agree to sacrifice their own holdings for the safety of any others. The assembly was so utterly tied up with the infighting that the darkspawn spread unchecked to the gates of Orzammar herself. In the chaos, Idukin grudgingly took command of the armies, and enlisted the aid of the mining caste that collapsed overrun passages, called upon the Swift caste to supply them with arms, and bypassed the assembly and the nobles entirely. With his leadership, Orzammar was saved from annihilation. For his insubordination, he was made Paragon, yet he always considered it a defeat. From A History of Idukin Paragon, King, Peacemaker, by scholar Kotek. That's actually pretty interesting. I wouldn't be opposed to hearing more about that, honestly.
Grey Wardens endorse anarchy in Orzammar. Support Lord Harrowmont and his stand for true dwarven values.
Okay, so I need to literally go and beat up these guys.
Balin has corrupted the Warden. End this for Harrowmont.
Behind you! Attack! Yeah! Oh, time to play!
I tried to be merciful.
Now this should be fun! Yeah! Yes!
Careful.
Keep going.
I require a moment of silence to take in this magnificent sight.
Moment of silence given. Onwards to that wall. Chamber of the Assembly. I have to go back to the Commons. Now I remember. I didn't have to go this direction. More codex incoming. It is agreed that no rules of procedure were explicitly broken, but a 5-day filibuster is nonetheless worthy of censure. The division of House Gorosmo property was deliberated for a full session, and forfeiture of the southern estates seemed deemed a necessity. Since the birth of young Cade necessitates his elevation to noble status, and it is unthinkable for a noble's family to live in the slums. It is the responsibility of the father to accommodate the placement of his family. It is not possible to simply generate new space in the Diamond Quarter without compromising Tide's structural integrity. Lord Dace's comment that if Lord Gorosmo didn't want a new heir, he shouldn't have slummed for a concubine was indeed inappropriate, but the proper procedure for resolution and proving was followed. Both parties agreed to accept his retraction, and that matter is considered separately closed. The decision of the Assembly regarding the placement of the Duncoat clan stands. The writ of the Assembly Zoning Council regarding the placement of the Duncoat clan. Creatures, what now? Female dragons take much longer to mature than their male counterparts. They too undergo a metamorphosis of sorts at adulthood. But while males lose the use of their forepaws, females actually grow a third set of limbs specifically to serve as wings. Young females travel great distances looking for a suitable nesting site. Because of their nomadic habits, these are the dragons most frequently encountered by man. And the ones that look most like what we assume dragons look like. Or we would think of when we think dragon. I forgot I was supposed to. Again.
Have you seen my life? I'm only asking because you never know who's going to get hungry. Right?
So, so this don't need the bolt speed because no one's using a crossbow. Excuse me. Keeping that. Don't know what this ring is for. What does the memory band even do? Silk carpet. Sapphire. 33.
Welcome to Jannar Family Armors. I must say, you look like our type of people. Looking for a new set of mail? At Jannar's, we have everything from leather to platinum. Of course.
See what you've got.
Keep in mind, we also take items on trade.
Okay, so... No, also don't have what I need.
It's going.
The Warden has joined with Balin. We can't allow it.
Have at you then!
Oh, you ain't funny what you are.
Okay, you go with you now. What do you need?
Yeah, never mind. That's not what I intended to do.
Like to buy something, I hope. I want that. I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
I'm assuming Tapsters doesn't have stuff available for purchase. Go to the diamond quarter so I can turn this into some gifts hold special significance for certain members of your party. If someone seems reluctant to accept a token of affection, it likely holds deep meaning for a different party member. See, usually I like to go for the let's make all my party members happy thing and give them gifts as soon as I get them. This time I'm going to go for the more...
Lord Balin, unable to win own battle.
News of the hour. Grey Wardens approve of Lord Balin's plans to deal with the Darkspawn threat. Lord Harrowmont, addled and confused.
Right. To the Shaperate to hand over this nonsense. So I can get the rest of this nonsense over with. Stretching. Also, try spinning. That's a good trick. I don't know why I suddenly had felt the need to say it.
You found it. Warden, you have my gratitude. You're a bright spot in an otherwise dark time.
Okay. That's fine. Now to the commons, and then back to Dusttown. I'm going to try and get this done as quickly as possible.
Lord Harrowmont, furious at the Grey Warden's interference, claims no one can stop his plans to strip Orzammar's defenses, say insiders.
What on earth? Like, they get ridiculous.
Legion of the Dead spawn near Orzammar. They have no orders while throne stands empty. Make Harrowmont your king now!
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing for want of a king.
What I want to do one of these days is maybe find a mod that allows me to change Hector's appearance so I can make him a little bit more like he should.
Keep going.
Didn't get enough of the architectural beauty of Dusttown? You need old Nadezda to play tour guide? Know her. I used to run with her. Jarvia took over the Carta not more than a year ago, and already she's got every duster with both legs bearing swords for her. Won't be easy. She's gotten real careful since Barat died. Real paranoid. She's got Carta members all carrying these fingerbone tokens. She scratches some mark into them so she'll know they came from her. There's doors to her base all over the city, but only one is ever open at a time. And if you show up without a token, you'd never know it was there. You, look like you've done well. You sure you can't spare a little more? There, but for the grace of the ancestors, you know.
I'll give you 10
I'll
silver
think
for
of you when I go to bed with a full stomach.
Okay, so I'm going to call it here then. I know this is an odd place to stop. I fully intended to try and get through the entire portion of Orzammar, but it's kind of a long section. I think my dad was calling me. Probably hungry. I mean, makes sense. I think it's like 8, maybe 9 o'clock. We haven't had dinner yet. Yeah, 9 o'clock. Alright. Well, I'll see you all later. Till next time.